Upcoming.
Welcome to the upcoming video games of June 2017. My name is Globku from Magical Noob, and June usually isn't an amazing month because no one wants to release a game so close to E3 because it's gonna drown in all the E3 media coverage, but some developers actually dare to release their games around this time. So here they are, along with this sweet new layout. Bam, here's the calendar. Bam, here's the lower third. Much simpler, makes my job easier as an editor, and I think it looks great. Let me know in the comments below if you like it or not. Our first game is Formula Fusion, which is a futuristic racing game inspired by Wipeout, and the studio that's making this actually has people who worked on the Wipeout series. It only has 8 tracks, but with different variances, it can make up to 30 racing scenarios total. You have 5 fully customizable crafts and 6 game modes besides the single player campaign. And of course, it also has online multiplayer. Next up, probably the biggest game of the month, Tekken 7 took forever to just come out on consoles and PC, but here it is. The game features a cinematic story mode that people have been saying really good things about. Gameplay wise, the game introduced rage arts, which give players sort of an ultimate attack once their health is low, as well as some other rage mechanics that are different for each character. The roster has obviously changed since the last Tekken. It even has Akuma from Street Fighter, and the game's looking great. Next up, The Elder Scrolls gets the Morrowind expansion, allowing players to explore this brand new area. The expansion also brings a new class, a new trial, and a new PvP mode called Battlegrounds. Episode 2 of Telltale's Guardians of the Galaxy comes out on the same day. You probably already know what this is. And then if you're not into Formula Fusion but you're into the old Wipeout games, we've got the Wipeout Omega Collection coming to the PlayStation 4. It includes Wipeout HD, Wipeout HD Fury, and Wipeout 2048, all with improved lighting effects and sharper visuals, including HDR and dynamic 4K resolution at 60 FPS for those who own a Pro. And then we also have Dark Rose Valkyrie, a JRPG with visual novel segments, similar to the gameplay mechanics found in Ace Attorney and Danganronpa. It's been developed by a studio that I don't know, but some of the people who worked on the Tales series have also worked on this game. Shunta half-hero Genie is coming out for the Switch. It's already available on a bunch of platforms if you want to play it. It is a gorgeous 2D platformer where the hero can use her hair as a whip to attack enemies. The hero can also transform into various forms, each one with their own abilities, and the reviews are mostly positive, so it seems like a nice game to have on the Switch. And Dirt 4 closes out the week. It's good old rally racing by Codemasters, who does it like no one else. Hang on, nope, that's not what I meant. Vroom, vroom. Then we have E3, so I'm sure no one's crazy enough to launch a video game this week. Hang on. A Cars game? Do they know E3 is actually happening while their game is releasing? Are they nuts? Are they trying to launch their game and have no one notice it? Okay, I guess. And as E3 closes, ARMS comes out for the Nintendo Switch. It's a fighting game that uses motion controls, although you can play without the motion controls if you prefer it that way. I'd say at least try out the motion controls because it really is built with that in mind. I'm curious to see how long the game's gonna last though. It has a ton of game modes that I still haven't tried out, but when I played it, I just didn't think the game has legs. X-Men Days of Future Past, nope, that's not it. God Wars Future Past is another JRPG that uses tactical turn-based combat. You can customize a lot of characters with hundreds of weapons and hundreds of skills, and I don't know much else about it. The following week, Darkest Dungeon has a DLC called The Crimson Court. It's the first expansion for Darkest Dungeon. It includes a new hero class, a new wandering boss, a new dungeon region, new enemies, and a lot more. Final Fantasy XIV is also getting an expansion. It's called Stormblood, and it does what MMO expansions do. Increased level cap, new quests, you got 2 new jobs, new dungeons, a new raid, and a bunch of gear, items, recipes. It's a whole thing. Next, Machina is the next bullet hell from House Marquee. It's a twin-stick shooter with a top-down perspective. You shoot waves of enemies to save the humans. You've got weapon upgrades and power-ups spread throughout the levels. Well, it's the game House Marquee has gotten us used to. Get even got delayed apparently. If you want to know my thoughts on this game, go check out last month's upcoming. I rambled a bit there. I'm not gonna ramble again. Ever Oasis is coming to the 3DS. It's an action and adventure RPG where you try to build an oasis by completing missions in dungeons and caves in the desert. Combat is in real time as you control 3 different characters, and you meet, new characters, you play out a story, and you build an oasis. Yeah, that's a good description. Danganronpa, another episode. Ultra Girls, oh fuck. Danganronpa, another episode of Ultra Despair Girls, is coming to the PC and PS4. You may have already played this on Vita, but if not, it's a bit like the other Danganronpa games, but instead of the visual novel portion of it, it's a third-person adventure with horror elements. And the story takes place between the first and second games. The final week of June brings us Valkyria Revolution, a JRPG with both action and strategy elements. It's considered a part of the Valkyrie series, but it's also a spin-off and separate from the Valkyria Chronicles games. The Golf Club 2 is a golf game. Duh. You have a career mode, you can join clans online, you can play on user-generated courses, you can also create your own courses and share them with the community. It sounds like a pretty complete golf experience if you're into golf simulation games. Elden Dangerous is releasing a physical retail version with the Legendary Edition, which includes the original game, along with the Horizon Season Pass and some in-game currency. Tokyo Xanadu is another Japanese action RPG. It's a dungeon exploration game with a real-time battle system. This is from the makers of the Legend of Heroes and the Y series, and they wanted to make something different, and this is what they came up with. And I've got to close this video with Crash Bandicoot's Insane Trilogy, which brings back one of our favorite PlayStation mascots of all time. Crash is back with the remastered versions of the first 3 games, Crash Bandicoot, Cortex Strikes Back, and Warp. In addition to that, some elements of the third game, like the time trials, are now present in all the games. It also features 4K resolution and remastered audio. I can't wait to dive back into Crash and see if it still holds up. And that's it for June. I anxiously wait E3 and its wonderful announcements. For the most part, that's my month of June. But what about yours? Are you playing anything this month? Let us know in the comments below. Like this video for the new layout. It took me a while to make this. And for more gaming goodness, subscribe to the channel. My name is Globku. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!